Pree Dis is brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Tech Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the Everything Sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the True Pet Food, Simply Better Pet Food.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pree Dis Show. I'm your host Naldo Addi, and this week we are taking on the streets of Portmore and St. Catherine. You don't know, so when it comes down to the latest and the best in entertainment and lifestyle, Pree Dis Show is the place to be. So without further ado, we start the show right now. It's been 10 years since OMI mashed up the place with Cheerleader, so we'll link up with the man himself to find out some more about his anniversary tour and a little bit more about what is going on right now. Stay tuned.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
10 years since Cheerleader became a monster. You're going off on a tour in Japan. Talk to me about this anniversary tour for Cheerleader.
Well, I think the 10-year anniversary tour is only appropriate because the song has been a monster hit, as you just stated, and still going strong. And it is very difficult, as you know, in the music business to have a song that has longevity now because people's attention span are so short. So it is very hard to have a song that has gotten so big and still doing rounds, as well as me making my comeback to the business in terms of being a little bit more present, the new release, and people, the fans who've wanted to see me for some time now. So I think it's appropriate.
Apart from Japan, where else do you plan to bring the 10th anniversary tour?
Well, we have 4 shows. We're kickstarting from 2024, but we're going to break for December. When I met, Clifton specialist Dylan and I got his feedback from hearing the song. That was like the motivation for me too, to take it really seriously and be like, oh, hey, you know what? I think this is something I could build a career on.
When did you realize that you had a monster on your hand?
When the song started doing the rounds. I mean, we were talking about it the other day. The song took off in Hawaii at first because we started seeing those videos, people dancing to the song, and also it was getting a lot radio spins in Jamaica as well. So, and at the time I was still in the force.
What would you say has been the high point of the success of Cheerleader for you? What has been the high point for you?
The high point for me is the response from, fellow industry people like, Taylor Swift.
And you being on her jet?
And me, yeah, being something.
You were on Taylor Swift's jet.
Yes.
What was that like?
But most importantly, I shared a stage with her. So most importantly than even the jet ride, sharing a stage with her, being invited to the stage with her was a big deal. And so many others that is undocumented, where people would run into me on a one-on-one basis, like a simple conversation, be like, hey, I'm such a fan of your music, and these are people who I've seen on TV and look up to in the business. One of those high points is the Summertime Ball. I don't know if you remember that performance. That was like 80,000 people, and on that show there was also Jason Derulo and quite a few other artists who around that same time did that show, and everybody was literally on their feet singing the song. The stage was based in the center of the stadium, so the audience was all around. So that was crazy for me.
You came back with another bomb.
Yes.
Hula hoop.
Yes, hula hoop.
That was also a huge hit worldwide.
Yep.
What inspired hula hoop?
Hula hoop was a collaborative effort between myself and the record label at the time. And there's been several other platinum selling songs after that.
I saw them collaborations
with different artists. So it's so funny that a lot of people think, yeah, of course Cheerleader is my biggest hit. I would never deny that. But there's so many other works that have gone into, you know, the music and we've put out that did very well.
All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone and they say.
What is it that you think attracts people to your music?
I know that my sound has a lot to do with it. My energy has a lot to do with it. You know, because you have a lot of good singers out there, a lot of talented people. But, you know, having a following, it hits different, you know. People buy into you before your product. You understand? So I think that has a lot to do with it. And, you know, many people attest to my songs, just giving them an overall positive vibe, like a positive energy. I have literally taken a break to, you know, test the waters in other facets of my talents and abilities. One of them being real estate and architectural design, interior decorating, you know. So it's one of my passions. Also, I took some time for family as well. You know, I actually took 2 years off to spend with my newborn. Well, the new single out now is Poker Face. Been getting a lot of rotation and a lot of positive feedback, and it is a song that I myself is also passionate about. You know, it's been in the catalog for some time. You know how me and Specialist roll out, we have like a catalog thing, and it's just to choose from me because I'm always recording. So even in my absence, I was always recording.
Is there a project in the pipeline following Poker Face?
Oh yes, most definitely. So the album is coming up shortly. I think early 2025. We will have an album for the OMI Army.
Is there a title?
Not yet. Not yet. And I know you're going to ask me about the collaborations. I will not disclose that as yet. And there will be more of me in that album. I'll be way more involved in the creation of that album. So they'll be getting like that organic, okay, you know, OMI himself, man himself kind of thing.
After the break, we'll meet a beatmaker who has worked with several of dancehall's biggest names, who soon forward.
A compare, what bitter means to me, it means respect, yeah. From you a top man, respect the bitter with the real top brand. So when them say bitter, that just mean life I get better. Respect the bitter. 18 years old, the drink responsibly.
He is the genius behind the beats for Valiant, Chronicler, Stark Ashley, and many others. We're going to link up with Deemo right now to get the latest on his musical journey.
Up next is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge.
Swinging Benz key, REX3. She said, be up in my love, and me say yes, me.
Deemo, welcome to General.
Pree.
That is it, that is it. First things first, we don't know say Deemo are your music name, but what's your actual name?
My actual name is DeMario.
DeMario?
Yeah.
Okay, last name?
Pattison.
Pattison.
Yeah.
And so DeMario, Deemo,
yeah.
straightforward, don't it?
Well, not really, but like,
okay.
growing up, people used to like misspell my name a lot because it's actually D''M, and a lot of people used to do like D-E and D-E, so me just like use that.
Oh, yeah, just work with it?
Yeah, just work with it. Yeah.
And growing up, where did you grow up?
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay?
Yeah.
And which schools did you attend?
Attended Catherine Primary and Herbert Marshall Technical.
While going to high school, what did you envision yourself becoming professionally?
I was doing construction there for a while, but I was still involved in music from like grade 7. Because I was in the band from grade 7. From basically like from I reached there, I was in the band, so it was really music or something else, but I just know it's just music.
And when did you start pursuing music?
I started production in grade 10. Yeah, a friend of mine, Dane, back in Mobile, introduced me to it. He introduced me to the program we use, FL Studio. Yeah, and since then I just been producing ever since.
So that was grade 10.
Yeah.
But when did Deemo really sit down and meditate and say, you know, so I can actually do this for real, for real?
I would say that's about when I got, I'd say my first placement in like 2020 during COVID was a TJ song, Garden. Yeah, that was my first placement, and then like since then I've been collecting hits and placement ever since. So that whole year for me was really good because I got a Masicka the same year too, grandfather.
I inform them, so them talk plenty. Lift up the belly of the beast, so can be half century.
Masicka I talked about is actually through Damage Music. I got it through because back in Mobe, went to his studio, he saw my talent and he was like, you know, say if you put your mind and hard work to it, you can do this, and he just nurture me in a way with the industry and so shout out Damage for the placement there, and really him give me the experience, and so for me know say yo, can really do this. And
do you only work on dancehall type beats, reggae type beats, or you experiment with other genres?
For a while I did, but I'm actually trying now to expand into other genres.
Such a good woman, one night stand.
Who are some other artists where you see yourself working with right now, or where you want to work with?
I haven't got a Skeng, and I haven't got a Baker. Shensia would be one. I like her voice. Well, I like the female artisan voice because I have a stock Ashley, the Narcissistic with Valiant. Yeah, me and Messiah produce that beat.
Yet, big up Messiah a lot. What is it like working with him, and how did that relationship come about?
Yeah, we met online through, was it IG? Was it Instagram or some other app? But like he said that he wanted to work and so. And this was the time I think my letter to you rhythm, like him just dropped that. So it was kind of after that. And it's honestly, it's been great because sorry, because most of my work since has kind of been with him.
What have been your impressions on the current state of dancehall music?
I think it's the state is good. I see a lot of like unity coming through, and to me that's a good thing because you want to kind of just have everyone working together and not necessarily backbiting anybody. And honestly, it's easier for us producers because sometimes you think about like collabs and features and you say, alright, I wanted this artist, but then when I wanted another one, you have to wonder if them not really agree or so. But it's really good, and it's mostly us young adults doing it too, so I like how it looks. Yeah.
House first or bees first?
Really?
Yeah, I have to ask you. Me know my answer, but I don't mind.
Well, what your answer? Give me your answer. What your answer?
Well, you see,
answer?
I dropped my bees already, you see me? So I was next, but I did drop my bees first. Honestly speaking, what you say?
Me does the house first.
Deemo, ladies and gentlemen. Bro, man has a respect, you know.
Yeah, well.
Big up yourself. DJ MalMatic credits DJ Ansman as his mentor, but let's hear some more about his musical journey in our Mixmasters segment.
Mixmasters is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge of things anytime, anywhere.
When a bad song drop, top it dance. Me just go fi booze, bossy. Air Force white in a shoes, bossy.
How did you discover that you had a love and a passion for music?
Well, ever since I was 10 years old, because my dad was a DJ at that time. He started DJing for virtual DJ and thing. So in grade 4 and 5 after, I started playing drum a lot. So I got that beat, and in 7th grade he introduced me to Serato Foley and the turntable.
So that means I'm supposed to glad for say you're following a few footsteps right now then?
Definitely.
You mentioned schooling just now. What schools did you attend, primary and high school?
I went to micro practice in primary and junior high, and then I went to Camperdown High School.
And while at Camperdown, did you know, say, yo, it's always gonna be music, or were you seeking alternative options like other career paths?
Okay, so my mom, my dad, and my grandmother as well, they always insist that the book is the way, so...
as usual.
Yes, I go to UTech right now as well. So accounting, marketing as well, I'll be doing that, and music will be like a second job.
Okay, what year are you in at UTech right now?
My third year.
Third year, so 1 more year left.
Yeah.
Okay, and when did you start making beats?
Actually last year. Yeah, my friend and aunts showed me a little thing.
DJ Antsman you're referring to?
Yeah.
And as a established DJ and music producer, how has Antsman helped you along the way?
In terms of motivation, confidence, even some little sauce, mixing, yeah, teach me that.
Have you ever worked with him like at a party?
Oh no, but most of his parties, I'm there.
Okay, okay. Have you produced any tracks for any artists yet?
Not as it, but I have artists and rhythms that I just put it out there as it.
We are waiting on.
Confidence, really. Because I'm more of a DJ, and I'm new to the producing thing, so anything that I put out there, I want it to be a hit.
You name DJ MalMatic. What is your real name?
Malie Lawrence.
Malie Lawrence. What are some of the challenges that you've encountered thus far in your young career?
I would say in the music industry, really, like at parties, seeing that I'm a young DJ, most older DJs would try to, push badness, but never it really made them, so that's the least.
What is your favorite genre of music to listen to versus your favorite genre of music to play or to juggle?
Alright, my favorite genre to listen to is dancehall, but to juggle it's R&B, because as a young DJ in the industry, not many of us can really, well not me because I can, but other people, not many of them can play old music. So I always try to master that, because to see elderly or old ladies actually in a party dancing, it's a great feeling.
What are some of the events that DJ MalMatic has played at?
Escape, I played at Fine Wine at Holy Smokes, that was an event, and also SOS.
5 years from now, where does MalMatic see himself both as a DJ and as a music producer?
As a DJ, I'll be one of the best, definitely. And as a producer, the same.
Who are some of the DJs that you look up to right now?
DJ Nico and ZJ Chrome. And international, I would say DJ Puffy and Judge Royal, but he's local, but he's overseas now.
Give me a top 5 dancehall artists right now, today's date. Not about last year, right now.
Raja Wild.
Yeah, are you listing them in order? 1 to 5?
Right. So first, Vibes Cartel,
yeah, okay.
Definitely. Masicka, Chronic Law, Pablo YG, and Raja Wild. But Raja Wild before Pablo Stick, I'm a big Raja fan.
MalMatic, man has a respect, my boss.
Active.
Big up yourself.
You're now listening to DJ MalMatic.
Boy, we're there in the streets of Portmore, my belly no stop rumble. Fortunately, our Pan the Fire segment is right after this break. We're so forward.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you're living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one par, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we red, feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture. Make we show ya Jamaican culture.
Ray and Nephew overproof from we just a do it to we culture.
From Helsha Park, Corona Paul brings the heat as a CB Pan Chicken sectional winner in our Pan the Fire segment.
Pan the Fire is brought to you by Housekeeper Aluminum Foil. Keep it fresh, secure, and store your food with Housekeeper Foil and Cling Wrap. Affordable and strong.
Hi, I'm Corona. Welcome to my business place, Corona Jerk Seafood, right here in Helsha Park, Portmore, St. Catherine.
You enter the CB Pan Chicken competition
earlier this year and you won Best Personality. Tell me how that came about for you.
Well, I am a very jovial person, very outgoing, very down to earth. So my personality comes very easy and it speaks for itself.
And you also finished third in the sauce competition?
Yes, in the sauce boss.
What was it about your sauce that made you come third?
I think about the difference, the rosemary. The rosemary carries a different flavor, different taste, and I think that is the outstanding one that really hit the spot.
What was the overall experience like for you?
I think it was amazing. You learn so much within the workshops and meeting other people, personality and everything. I think it was really good. And branding as well, getting to know a person and getting to know yourself as well and your capability of what you can do.
What was the reason why you entered the competition in the first place?
It was a friend who signed me up. And she called me and said, you know, I'm going to enter into the CB Punch. And I was like, okay. And she said, send me your food anglers right now. And I did. And from there, she just sent me where to go and when to go. And I just popped up.
How did you get involved in food overall? Where did it all come from?
My father owned as well seafood restaurant in Manchester. So it was from school to the shop. I never had anything else to do, but he's a very strict man. So basically that is where I learned everything, my craft from. I am a certified chef by art, yes. And I did, since I'm in Kingston, I did business administration. I did my chef certificate and I did customer service as well.
How has being a certified chef helped you out in your business?
I think it upgraded my skills. Things that I might not learn from the streets, I literally learn in the class. So I think that is a little top stuff. You guys can come and enjoy if you're a person who like to go out, try new things. We do jerk fish, jerk conch, jerk lobster, you name it, popcorn. If you want something different and unique, you can come to me and you find it. I'm only here on weekends for now. And you can find me, my food truck is coming soon, Corona Jerk Seafood on Wheels, coming soon. And I'm doing events now. You can find me at Buju Bantan Show, coming soon. And we are going to be at Rebel birthday bash at the National Stadium. So I'm getting bookings out there.
What days of the weekend and times are you here?
So I'm here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning because I do breakfast as a twist. Yes, so I'm only here on weekends from 10 in the morning to 11 o'clock in the night.
What do you think you bring to the area of food preparation?
I think I bring things that persons miss. Everybody tired of the everyday rice and peas and chicken. So I think that is what I bring, something different and unique. If you want something different for your taste buds, I think that is the difference.
How can people find you on social media?
Jerk. On Instagram, you can find me at jerk_seafood. And on TikTok, I'm Corona Seafood.
Long-term goals and objectives business-wise?
Well, for me, I want to have food trucks, COVID change everything about the system, how you think, how you're going to a restaurant, everything. So to me, I think I'm the one that's supposed to come to you with the food and not you come to me. I want food trucks. I want to have a franchise of food trucks, not only here in Jamaica, but internationally as well. So to me, that's my goals.
So you have a new dog, but how do you introduce that new dog to your home? Dr. Patrick Craig tells us in our True Tip of the Week.
It's now time for your True Tip of the Week, brought to you by True Pet Food.
No, it all depends whether you have an existing dog in the house already or this is a new dog. If it's a young dog, a little puppy, or it's an older dog. You know, there's no one answer that fits all. If it's a small puppy, it might be a lot easier. If it's a mature dog that's coming from a broken home or a shelter, this dog may have all sorts of different problems, behavioral problems. You may have a dog at home already who, you know, may have not interacted with other dogs before, so it can be a little bit more difficult. One of the things that, you know, prospective owners or new owners or, you know, existing owners may want to do when they're getting a new dog is you want to do it at a time when you're going to be at home. So a weekend would be maybe a very good time for that because you might be at home for, you know, 2 days or so. You want to make sure that you want your old dog, if you have one already, and your new dog to meet up in a, maybe in a neutral area. So you may not want to let them meet up at your house, because one is going to feel a little bit more dominant than the other. So you want them to meet maybe in the neutral zone, maybe outside in the park or somewhere. You want both dogs to be on a leash. It's very important. So you may need two persons, you know, one with the new dog, one with the older dog. You want them to greet each other as close as possible, but away from each other. You don't want, you know, a case where one dog may feel threatened. You know, dogs, they have this instinct. They know that, okay, my owner belongs only to me. If you're getting a new dog, I'm going to have to be sharing my time with you. So that can cause a problem. So you want to take it slow. Slow is the name of this game. Slow, consistency. And maybe a good idea is to walk these dogs home together. Let them meet up at home. You know, the environment at home should be plenty. You want to make sure that you have space for the old dog, a space for the new dog, separated from each other. You don't want them in the same place. You want to have, you know, different feeding bowls and water bowls for your old dog and your new dog, if that is the case. Because you don't want the existing animal to feel like, okay, somebody else is coming to take over my space. So these are some of the things that new owners would, you know, prospective owners want to do when they're getting a new dog. Make sure that you know the temperament of the new dog that you're getting. Make sure it fits with the older one. If the dog that you have at home already is an older dog, meaning that's geriatric, up in age, may have arthritis problem or some other problems, and you're getting a younger puppy, new dog coming in, that too can be a problem, because the new one coming in might be bursting with energy, full of energy, wanting to play all the time, but the older one cannot do it, cannot manage it. So right there you run into problems. So if that is the case and you cannot really get out of that scenario, then what you'd want to do is to make sure that you can separate them, have periods where you do exercise together, greetings together, and keep them separated. So those are just some of the things that you want to do. For the new dog coming in, you really want to know the food that dog was eating before, because if you took that dog into your house and start to feed a new diet, for example, if the dog was eating true and then you bring the dog home and put that dog on some other diet, then, you know, the first thing you're going to get is diarrhea, intestinal problems, dog may get sick. Bring in something that new dog was used to, whether it's from a shelter or wherever, the bedding that he or she was sleeping on, bringing that into that new house so they can acquaint themselves with something that they're used to. All of those things are little things that you can do to make the transition for the new dog a lot easier.
The True Tip of the Week was brought to you by True Pet Food.
Guess what? We're taking you to history class after this break.
There are lots of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
Make cleaning easier for you with Lanher.
Chevelle Franklin's Here I Am was all about her love for a married man, and she recorded the song at just 13 years old. The song wasn't released until 2 years later when she was 15. And now, Chevelle gives us the backstory behind that track for our Feel Culture segment.
Feel Culture is powered by Ray White Overproof Rum. Feel Culture. Here I Am. What was it at the time? You were a teenager. What inspired the song back then?
You know what? I mean, I was at school. I just left school, was using a public toilet, and I was singing Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All. Somebody heard me on the outside and said, listen to me, I know this guy with this song, Here I Am, and you have the perfect voice for it. I was like, oh wow, okay, because I didn't know I was no singer or anything. And it so happened that he connected me to Ron Harrison, and I recorded the song song at 13 years old. Yes, at 13 years old, I did the vocal to Here I Am. But because of the lyrics was kind of too much for, you know, at 13-year-old girl, they waited until I was 15, going 16 to release it, and it became a household name. So I had no, I mean, the song just came through Ron Harrison, yeah.
I played the game of fools, and now the fool must stand alone. Now here I am, here I stand.
When you heard this song on the radio for the first time back then, what did that do for you? What was the feeling like for you?
Wow, I remember exactly where I was. I was in Tospen, Spanish Town, right across, you know, where my family live on the train line.
That's where you're from,
side.
right?
Yeah.
Tospen?
Tospen, Spanish Town. And I heard Barry G played Singing Sweet Sensation, Chevelle Franklin, her first song, Here I Am. I was like, my mother was excited, some of my siblings were excited, and I was just dumbfounded, I couldn't speak. So, yeah, I was just right there, and I just thank God for the journey so far. The journey have, you know, I'm still, there's so much more that's ahead of me. God is not through with me yet, and I'm looking forward to bigger and better things.
Not fair for me to decide which road to take or where to hide. I am just a victim of.
What kind of doors did the success of Here I Am open for you back then? How did it change your life?
Yeah, Here I Am made me a household name in Jamaica. And that was basically, I mean, 1 and 2 international awards I got, like not the Merlin Awards, I don't remember the name of the awards, but it actually helped build my confidence. And I think I was able, as a young girl, to build also, help the other upcoming artists to motivate those who are struggling, know that one day it's gonna happen one day. So Here I Am was really the launching pad, and then, you know, eventually a lot more was added to it.
Here I am, here I stand, crying for love I knew I never had.
So which animal do, come again? So which animal you think you can fight and win? Members of the public weigh in on the discussion in our YPre Vox Pop.
YPre is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
What animal I can fight and win? A chicken. I can fight and win a chicken for sure. Because I'm an eagle and I have wings.
Of course, a tiger.
Why you say a tiger?
The Lord has not given us any spirit of fear, you know? We have every power, all the power to fight anything.
I think the bear.
No, beside you?
The bear. A cockroach.
An animal that I eat.
Oh, sorry.
A dog. Why? Because they come to me very easily because I have that spirit, you know?
A cat. Because the cat is gentle.
A cat. Why? Because I'm more superior.
A roach. Easy. Mosquito. One clap, they're out.
So what you say? Let us know on all our social media platforms at Pree Dis Show on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and of course the comment section on YouTube. And tune in next week for more YPre.
YPre is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
We now bring you some highlights from the most recent Sterling Gospel Music Awards.
The journey wasn't easy. You know, I had many days I had to do it by myself. And sometimes the Lord sent help, and sometimes that help is just for a season. But then the burden of you carrying the journey and continuing, believing in yourself and pushing same way, no matter what the stumbling blocks and the obstacles, just believing in what God had told you and is moving. This means a lot right now, knowing that I've toiled over the years.
I was just thinking on how far God has brought me from, taking me from a mess and turning me into a miracle. You know, with all the doubters, with all the persons who seem to not want God's work to go forward, and they don't believe in what God is doing, even through me, you know. I just say to God be all the glory, and I surrender every single thing to Him.
How does it feel to be a winner tonight here at the Sterling Gospel Music Awards?
Wow. We are blessed. One word. Yeah, man, we relish in the moment.
Grateful. Ecstatic.
Yeah, one word.
That's what it is.
Humbled. Man, grateful.
Elated.
Validation, album of the year. What kind of work went into creating that project?
What kind of work didn't? Would that be the easier question, you know? Blood, sweat, tears, late nights after late nights. Scrape the funds where it could have scraped from. And everybody burning every oil to make sure everything is perfect, anointed and ready. You know what I mean? So we stay at the foot of the Lord to hear the songs them correctly and try our best to execute them right with the budget that we had. And that means money and human resource. And we give God glory. Look what Him do with it.
The feeling is good. To God be the glory. Great things He has done.
And a breakout sensation, what does that signify to you?
I mean, it means for me that when God is ready, He's going to establish you, and you just have to keep going. He's going to reward you before men for you to know that He is behind you. So I'm so grateful.
How did it feel being up here tonight, receiving that accolade?
Boy, I'm still trying to find words and I can't find the words. I'm trying to find an encyclopedia or a dictionary or even Google to see if I can find words to explain. I mean, it's just an awesome feeling to know that, you know, you've been in the music from 1999 and someone remember you. And not just someone, but, you know, an event like the Sterling Awards and decided that they want to honor me.
You know, I think for me is the fact that you're being honored by your own people is always an extra bonus, because, you know, the Bible said that a prophet is not honored in his own country. So when it does happen, so that's been the highlight for me, and I'm just grateful to God that, as Pastor Junior Tucker said earlier, that he's getting his flowers while he's alive, and I'm grateful for that.
Vybz Kartel still ablaze up the charts with The Comet, but his son, Little Addi, is slowly creeping up with Man of the Match. Let's find out where they rank on our Magnum Top 10 chart. Magnum, take charge.
Me want rich, house can't skate pan 12. Real estate the ultimate.
Say I go on so, say I move so. Tree up
people as me drive like me have 9 life. As me go on come me and
Seeing 2 people at the same time. Just swing my
man of the match down. Send the money now, you're the cash for hand.
Pint me squeeze, hot up the place 90 degrees, me no
door. Yo cash code, the bank load.
Me crack off a piece of skull, me leads I run a million, me sees a mud me.
See that, but out a road it heat worse. Me have me one up in me and no need yours.
And just like that, we're at the end of another episode of Pree Dis Show. Me nah lie, Portmore over here too hot, and I definitely chose the wrong day to wear a sweater. Nonetheless, big up on yourself. Until next time, I am your host Naldo Addi. Peace.
Pree Dis was brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the everything sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the true pet food, Simply Better Pet Food.